Ooh, it's been a while since I made a video to show my Pokemon collection. Today, we're gonna check out my top 100 unique Pokemon in Pokemon GO. Alright, so hi to all of you guys! So let me go to bring my screen up, and if you guys are wondering what I mean by unique Pokemon, well, if you check out my storage over here and sort by CP though, well, we can see that I have multiple Mewtwo's, etc. So we ain't gonna look at it from here, but we're gonna check it out from here instead. So these are my top 100 Pokemon in terms of CP, and I'm just only showing you guys one of each species, so hence we're gonna see every single one of them, and also it's gonna be very long. If I were to spend like a minute to talk about them, it's gonna be 100 minutes long, so I'm just gonna skip through them really quickly. But before we do that though, I'd like to show you guys that out of this 100, 90 of them are 100% in IV, and the other non-100% IV Pokemon, alright, are the ones that are almost impossible to get a hundo of, but some of them are also shadow Pokemon, which are technically possible, but it's very tough. Alright, so those non-hundo ones are like Hoopa, Zarude, Shiny Celebi, and my Mew, etc., which you really need insane luck to get all those hundos. Alright, for the shadow Pokemon, we have 3 over there: Shadow Mamoswine, Shadow Electivire, and Shadow Weavile. Those 3 are non-hundos, but you know, they are the highest one that I have in terms of CP, alright, including the Melmetal is actually 98% in IV. 96% Brandon, not at 8. So this one is 98% Hoopa. And then Shadow Mamoswine there's like 14, 15, 12. Zarude is very bad. It's 10, 11, 10. That's almost the worst you can possibly get already. My Terrakion, I did not get myself a hundo, alright, and I did not power up the better one also. Alright, so my the ones that I would like to show you guys is this level 50 Shiny Celebi and level 50 Mew. Do not have really good IVs, otherwise the CP will be higher. Alright, so Shadow Electivire 15, 12, 14, and my Shadow Weavile, Tornadorus, which I have not powered up to level 50 yet, but also doesn't have like the perfect IVs. Alright, so now we're going to check them out from here. We're going to go through each and every one of them. Most of them are like 100% IVs and whatsoever, so I wouldn't go through the IVs with you guys, but the first one is this Slacking. This one was caught when I was in Singapore with Body Slam and Yawn when I evolved during the community day. And then Regigigas, you guys can see that it goes up to 4,913 CP, the highest CP for any current legendary Pokemon. But Mewtwo, you know, is still definitely stronger and better than Regigigas, and I'm preparing this for the Mega in the future, especially with Side Strike and also Shadow Ball. And then Kyogre, this is the one that I use as Primal Kyogre with Waterfall and Surf. I have not changed it to get Origin Powers yet because I still feel that using Surf in certain situations is better. Alright, and then Primal Groudon with Precipice Blade, my Dialga with Dragon Breath, Iron Tail, and Draco Meteor. That's the one that I use for Master League. Anyone that you guys see .ml, it stands for Master League. And then the .mega, whatsoever, that's basically for Mega. Fusion Flare, Reshiram, that's Hundo, same CP as the Zekrom. That is having a Fusion Bolt, also the Elite Charge DM for both of them. Alright, so the Hoopa was the one that we saw just now that has 98% IV. The Palkia though, I did mention in one of the videos that I thought I did not get myself the Hundo Palkia, but I forgot that I actually got it when I was in Sengai Petani with Nicholas together with his community, and I got it. Really happy to get that. Garchomp that I evolved during the community day to get Earth Power. I think I need to change the other move though, not using Sand Tomb. Right, actually Sand Tomb kind of works also. Alright, so Nihiligo, we've got a hundo of it. This is the first Ultra Beast that we're going to see. Of course, there'll be more in the future that will come. Hopefully, the other ones, like the other one looking like a clown one, will actually come also. Alright, so Landorus, the Tyrian form, or this, the Tyrian form. Alright, I do use that for the Master League at times. Also, Ho-Oh, I use this a lot in the Master League. I like using, especially with Sacred Fire, it's just insane. And then Ursaluna, actually surprising to see a Pokemon go up this high in terms of CP with Tackle and High Horsepower and Thunder Punch is quite okay, but it still needs a better fast move to be really viable in the Master League. One more thing I'd like to mention though, although a lot of Pokemon, they have really high CP, doesn't mean that it's the best. Nobody uses Slacking at all despite it reaching above 5,000 CP. A lot of people have the misconception that a Pokemon with the highest CP is the strongest. and they will prefer to use that, but no, that's not the case most of the time. Alright, so Rayquaza, while your Dragon Tail and Outrage, is the one I've prepared for Mega. It's already maxed out to level 50 or so. Tyranitar also maxed out to level 50, preparing for Mega. In fact, a lot of these I have multiple of, like even Tyranitar I have two, one for the Rock type attacker, one as a Dark type attacker. For Rayquaza, I've already powered out a total of 5, and I would like to power one more in the future also. Luckily, I did not have to transfer one of them in one of the videos that I made also. Alright, next one is Zamazenta with Snarl and Crunch, which has the same CP as Zacian because both of them have the same stats. And we're going to check out the next one. That's going to be my Shando Latios. Alright, so Shando Latios, I use this as a Mega. The Dragonite is going to be at 4287. That is a Hundo level 50 Dragonite. And then the next one is going to be Metagross, which I actually do use this as my Mega. Not now though, in the future when Mega Metagross come with Bullet Punch and Meteor Mash. Next one is going to be Xerneas 4275 with Moonblast. Not really the best Fairy type Pokemon. If it does get Fairy Wind, it will be really good. Same CP as Yveltal also with Snarl and Dark Pulse. And then now with Heatran. I know a lot of people do not like Heatran, but I personally like using Heatran, especially fighting the Team Rocket leaders like Arlo, since you know, it has access to fire and also rock typing moves. It's very tanky thanks to its typing of fire and steel. You will be able to take down those leaders much safer. Alright, next one is going to be my Shando. Yes, this is a Shando. Salamence. Really happy to have gotten this from a trade from a friend. My friend Ben from Singapore. Alright, I do not know why the location isn't showing those. Maybe it's just the network or whatsoever. Yeah, so the location, yeah, why are they not showing? You see, it's really weird. Okay, but most of them were caught in Singapore. Maybe I had to force close. I did force close the app before I started shooting this video, but yeah, mostly caught in Singapore. Anyway, Darkrai, and then next one is going to be Rhyperior, level 50 Rhyperior. And then next one is going to be Lugia. This Lugia is also level 50. And a Hundo. And then my Shando Giratina, yep, showing you guys as a Hundo. I see, finally the location shows Singapore, but the location doesn't show, it only shows that remotely caught at Singapore, but this is the one that I caught when I was in Singapore, and I did this raid by myself with 2 other friends that I sent invites to. Alright, so next one is going to be Katana, and then this Katana, you know, Katana attack stat is just super high, that it even goes past 4000 CP. It's rare to see a grass typing Pokemon surpassing 4000 CP. Alright, so next one is going to be Hydreigon, which I do not use this at all too often, not even for, Master League at all, because it doesn't have the best, you know, moves, and yeah, it's not just that good anyways. Alright, next one is going to be the Incarnate Form Landorus with much stronger Outrage and Earth Power. Next one is going to be the 96%, not 98% IV Melmetal. And then my Kyurem. Waiting for Black and White Kyurem to be out now, though not sure how they're going to be implemented into Pokemon GO, because in the main series game you have to fuse them together with Reshiram or even Zekrom to get the White and Black Kyurem respectively. So we're really not sure how is it going to play out here in Pokemon GO. But as for Latias, next one, that's the one that I use as my Mega. Alright, my Mega energy is already capped, but I do not use it as a Mega at all, because normally I'll use Mega Latios, because the Mega Latios is a better Dragon type Pokemon as compared to that. Next one is going to be my Shando Moltres that I caught when I was in Singapore. Right, happy to get this also when I was in the car with Auntie Glennis and Anne, and they were like really shocked when I actually got this. So next one is going to be Baswu. This is the Ultra Beast, next Ultra Beast that we're going to see with Counter Power Up Punch and also Lunge. Not the best, I made a video on it using it in the Master League and it's not the best, but really like to have been able to get it also. Next one is going to be this, my Shando Raikou, and this one is not maxed out to level 50, I believe it's currently at level 48.5 if I'm not mistaken, so I need another 60 Candy XL to power it up to level 50. Next one is going to be my Gyarados, which already maxed out to level 50 as a Hundo, and this is the one that I use as a Mega. In fact, I do have 2 or 3 that I have for Gyarados as Mega, because I have one with Dragon Breath, one with Waterfall, and one with Dragon Tail, and that is a legacy move. So I'm just showing you guys one only. Next one is going to be Giratina, now in the altered form. Remember, if you guys can't remember which one is the altered or the origin form, remember the one with the legs, letter A, that is altered form. The one without the legs, that's letter O, that is origin form. Alright, next one is going to be Genesect, and that's my Shando Genesect that I caught. And this was a remote raid that I got from Long Beach, but it's not showing. Alright, it would show, Long Beach, California, but it doesn't show the remote tag over there, because it was before they implemented the tag to show the remote raid tag. Alright, so next one is going to be my Thundurus, and this Thundurus, it's not really the best Pokemon, but I do use it sometimes. Alright, next one is going to be my Shando Conkeldurr, which I hatched. This was hatched in Singapore also. And I'm very happy to have gotten this because Conqueror Timber is one of my favorite Pokemon to hatch from eggs, and now, since it's not appearing in eggs that often, Timber, I'm kind of okay with it, but I'm not sure if there's going to be a community day in the future like Shinx, but we'll see how. Next one is a Togekiss that recently just got a community day, and this one I actually like using it, especially in the Master League. Next one is going to be Rampardos though, and I've only maxed one Rampardos because I've saved all my resources, my candies and Candy XL for Shadow Rampardos in the future. Unfortunately, my Stardust is so low that it won't even be enough to power up 6 Shadow in the future, so I need to grind for more Stardust. Next one is going to be the Shadow Mamoswine. I don't have to show you guys that. It has 96%, I know 96%, it was 14 attack, right? Right, Brandon, yeah. Yeah, not so good. Alright, I mean, it's a Shadow Pokemon, so it's good. Alright, sorry. Okay, next one is going to be Chandelier, Hundo Chandelier that I evolved, I believe, during the Com Day. Right? Did I evolve during Com Day? No, I did not evolve during the Com Day. Yeah, but I did not get Poltergeist. But I could actually elite charge DMA if I wish to get it. Next one is going to be Porygon with Lockdown and Tri Attack. I do have another Porygon that's also at level 40. Did not have Tri Attack, but that one I have already brought it up to best buddies. Alright, next one is going to be Zarud. I do not want to see that anymore. 10, 11, 10. Ouch. Alright, next one is going to be Excadrill, level 50. Excadrill, Hundo, Excadrill. That was a trade from my friend. And then next one is going to be Terrakion, which we saw just now already. Going to be the Gigalith. And Gigalith, you know, her CP is very high, but it's not really useful as a Rock-type Pokemon also. Even if you have Smackdown and Rock Slide on it, you know, there are still many Pokemon out there like Rampardos, Terrakion, and even Shadow Tyranitar that beats this particular Pokemon. Alright, next one is going to be Snorlax, a level 50 Hundo Snorlax. I mean, I do have enough Candy XL to power up another 2 more to level 50, but I don't have plans on doing that. I might do it on the Munchlax once I hatch myself a Hundo. Unfortunately, the best one that I've gotten are 2 98% Munchlax. Alright, next one is going to be my Shadow Hundo Magnezone. Yes, it's a Shadow Hundo. And you know, for me, I actually like using a Magnezone in the past. And then eventually when Shadow Electivire came into play, I stopped using this. So it's still quite okay, but it wouldn't be the best electric type, especially since with like Zekrom having a Fusion Bolt and other Shadow Pokemon having, you know, stronger Pokemon moves too. Alright, next one is the Celebi that I've shown you guys already. I want to show you guys the IVs once more over there, and also the Mew over there. And yeah, both of them are level 50. Just want to show you guys that they can't be powered up anymore. Alright, next one is going to be the Armored Mewtwo. And Armored Mewtwo just maxes out at 3603 CP. Why so low as compared to the one at the very top, 4700 plus CP? Mewtwo is because it has higher defense and probably lower attack, definitely lower attack than the original Kanto form Mewtwo. Alright, next one is going to be Espeon. Espeon's CP actually is pretty high, 3583, quite surprising there. Even Glaceon, 3535. These two are the top 2 CP in terms of the evolution, which is quite interesting. Umbreon is definitely the lowest, hence why we do use it for the Ultra League, not even surpassing 2500 CP. Next one is going to be Regice. Regice comes pretty close to 3600 CP, also very interesting. It's highest among all the Regis other than Regigigas, of course. Alright, so Regirock is going to be the same. And then Zapdos is here. It's not even maxed out to level 50 yet, so if we were to actually power it up to level 50, you go to 3987 CP. Unfortunately, I do not have enough Candy XL to power it up beyond that. Okay, so next one is going to be Vaporeon. This is the number 3 in terms of higher CP evolution. I actually have maxed out, I think, 6. Jolteon 6 Vaporeon also. Yeah, I know it's overkill, but I actually like the evolutions, hence why I did that. Next one is going to be Gardevoir, where, you know, the Mega Evolution is already available. If we to Mega Evolve it, of course the CP will go even higher, but we're not looking at Mega Pokemon CP today, so hence why we did not do that. Next one is going to be Galate. Galate has the same CP as Gardevoir. Unfortunately, you do not have the Mega yet. It probably goes up to the same CP, 5101. Might be wrong, but you will see how. Next one is Hippowdon though, which I'm very sure a lot of people do not actually use this Pokemon at all, but I do use this Pokemon as a gym defender. As a gym defender, it's actually very interesting because the ground typing allows it to be, you know, really good in terms of defending gym. Especially most people use Machamp and maybe not even have any water type or grass type Pokemon on their team to actually handle a Pokemon like this. Alright, next one is going to be Entei. Hasn't maxed it out to level 50 yet, otherwise it goes up to 3926 CP. right, higher than this, but I'm not maxing this one up. I'll probably max out my Shadow Entei instead of this. Unfortunately, the Shadow Entei, because of the IVs, it will have lower CP than this if I were to max it up to level 50, if this also goes up to level 50. Next one is going to be Espeon, and Espeon, you know, goes up to slightly under 3500 CP with Charm, Draining Kiss, and Moonblast. It's one of the favorite among all the evolutions for all of us also, and this one has the Flower Crown, yeah, the one that evolved with the Flower Crown, I actually forgot. Alright, so next one is going to be the 3, 4, 5, 6 Alakazam. This one with Psychic, and I do use this as the Mega also. And then eventually it's going to be Machamp. I do have a total of 6 Shadow Machamps power up, but this one has the one with the higher IV because it is a Hundo. It is a Hundo and it is a non-Shadow one. I do not have a Shadow Hundo, otherwise I will show that instead. Alright, and the next one is going to be Beartic. So this is a Pokemon that I don't use very often, and yeah, okay, goodbye. Alright, next one is going to be Electivire. I did not power up a non-Shadow Electivire to level 50 because I was saving the XL Candy. XL Candy to me for this particular Pokemon was so hard to get that I only use it on Shadow Electivires. But now, since I've already gotten myself a total of 6 Shadow Electivires up to level 50, and I still have a lot of Candy XL, I might consider it to power up one Hundo up to level 50 in the future. We'll see how. Alright, next one is going to be Arcanine. And this was one of the very first few Hundo Pokemon that I caught. You guys can see, I mean, the location is not showing, it's Singapore. Alright, back in 2016. And this wasn't caught. Okay, the location is not Singapore. Okay, this one I remember. I hatched this. I was in Finland at Lapland, and I hatched this when I arrived into the accommodation with my family. And I told my brother, oh my god, look at this. It's HP, attack, and defense with the old appraisal system. You know, my brother actually does play Pokemon GO, but he doesn't play it anymore. So I showed it to him. I was like, oh, okay, quite interesting. I did the appraisal on PokeAssistant.com, and I found that it was a Hundo. This was hatched, but it doesn't show the egg icon because that was back in 2016 when those icons did not even show at all. Alright, next one is going to be the Flareon. Alright, and Flareon, I do power it up. I think I have a total of 4 Hundo maxed out Flareon also. Yeah, I do not know what's wrong with me. Alright, next one is going to be the Hundo Cobalion that I've shown quite a few times. Hundo Executor, I maxed out the level 50. This was caught back in 2016 also. Hundo Alolan Executor. Alright, I can't remember how did I get there. I think it was executed and evolved it during the event, I think. Alright, and then Milotic. This is also maxed out to level 50. And I have one more. Unfortunately, I do not have even enough Candy XL to power up a second one. Yeah, Feebas Candy XL is just so hard to get. Next one is going to be my Hundo Shadow Caesar. Very happy to get this. Unfortunately, now that we know that a new Pokemon, Kleavor, is coming, I can't evolve the Shadow Scyther to Kleavor anymore. Although I believe Caesar should still be better. Alright, next one is going to be Aggron, which, you know, does have a Mega Evolution into Mega Aggron. Alright, it's also a level 50. And then next one is going to be the Shadow Weaver, which I've shown already. So now, it's going to be the next Fire Starter Pokemon, and that is going to be Grambor. Grambor, oh my god, Embor. Alright, and then Swampert, which is a Pokemon that we love a lot because it's a very good Mega Pokemon and one of the strongest Shadow Water type Pokemon to use also. Next one is going to be Roserade. So Roserade, the CP is so high because the attack stat is so high, and I'm just waiting for the Shadow form to be out because I'm preparing Candy XL, though I'm still not enough of it yet. I need to get a bit more to max out a total of 5 Shadow Roserades in the future, and having one Mega Pokemon that will be a full team of 6 Grass type Pokemon. Of course, Katana is still very strong, but Roserade, Shadow Roserade will also be very, very strong. Alright, next one is going to be Pinsir, which this is my Shundo Pinsir, which I'm going to use it as a Mega. Once Mega Pinsir is out, which will be out in the next few days. Alright, so next one is going to be Chestnut, which I've already shown in the Chespin Community Day. And then next one is going to be Golem, and then Alolan Golem, these two that I powered up to level 50 also. Yep, I do like powering up a lot of Pokemon up to level 50 as to, you know, add to my collection, including this Leafeon also up to level 50. So we've seen like a total of 4 evolutions in this video, quite interesting, yeah? Alright, next one is going to be Torterra, and then next one is going to be my Shundo Suicune. I believe this is level 48.5 or 49 or so, very close to being 50. Yeah, next one is going to be the Tornadorus, which I've shown, and then next one is going to be, oh my god, what's the name of this Pokemon? Panchamp's Evolution, Pangoro, alright. So when you do the appraisal, the name of the Pokemon actually does appear there, otherwise I will have to like remove the name and let it auto spell by itself. Alright, Empoleon. And then next one is going to be our biggest fan favorite, Pokemon Charizard. So I did do a power up of my Moltres in one of the video, and then my Moltres went up to 3,900 something CP. Somebody commented that, you know, Charizard goes up a bit, even higher CP than Moltres, and says rest in peace. So what even if it goes higher in terms of CP than Moltres? It doesn't matter. CP isn't the most important thing, otherwise all of us will be using slacking. Alright, that's one thing I like to say, and yes, Mega Charizard is definitely stronger than Moltres, but you can only have one, where I can actually have more than one Shadow Moltres. Alright, next Pokemon is going to be Jolteon, and it goes up to 3,265 CP. Next one is also going to be more. I just realized the CP are the same, man. Luxray. Wow, I really didn't know that. Wow, that's new to me, man. Luxray and Jolteon have the same CP at level 50 as Hundo. Alright, great. Next one is going to be Gengar, which if you Mega Evolve, the CP goes up to an insane amount, closing into 5,000 CP. Alright, and then I actually have two Gengars, one of them with Leak, one of them with Shadow Claw as the fast move, because in certain situations, either one will work better. Next one is going to be Feraligatr, and that is, I think, the last one already. Yep, so we have a total of 100 unique top CP Pokemon. These are in my collection. Of course, they could change if I were to power up my other Pokemon also, but these are my top 100. And definitely, I'm just very happy to have been able to power a lot of them up to level 50, including the Mew and Celebi, etc. I'm now working on Zarude. Alright, you guys can see my Candy XL for Zarude. I'm slowly building up to 296. From there, we will power up to an even higher CP, 4,169. Of course, we were to power up like Jirachi and the other mythical Pokemon, they will go up even higher also. And of course, I'm lacking in a lot of like the Ultra Beasts like Celesteela and Gasslot. I mean, Gasslot doesn't go up too high, but yeah. So that is all that I have to show you guys in this video, man. In terms of my 100 top unique CP Pokemon, it's a very interesting video that I've decided to make, especially it's been a while since I make any of my collection video. If you guys enjoyed such videos from me, let me know in the comment section down below, and I definitely would like to consider to make this like a monthly series as I showcase my collection every month of different things that I can show to you guys. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely also remember to leave a like on the video, very much appreciated. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. In the next video, alright? Goodbye.